Welcome to the Books Bible Study, where we are going through the entire 66 books of the Bible. We began in Genesis 1. We are continuing with Genesis 23, and verse 1 says, Sarah lived 127 years. These were the years of the life of Sarah. Verse 2, so Sarah died in Kirjath Arba, which is Hebron, in the land of Canaan. And Abraham came to mourn for Sarah and weep for her. So Kirjath Arba is the older name for Hebron. Okay, so you might see that more times. Verse 3, then Abraham stood up from before his dead and spoke to the sons of Heth, saying, 4, I am a foreigner and a visitor among you. Give me property for a burial place among you, that I may bury my dead out of my sight. So Heth was the grandson of Ham, right? He was Canaan's son, and they were called Hittites. Okay, so the sons of Heth were called Hittites, and we'll read more about them. Uriah, if you remember Uriah, he was a Hittite, the one that was married to Bathsheba, that he was the one that David put on the front line to kill because David wanted Bathsheba, right? So, verse 5, and the sons of Heth answered Abraham, saying to him, verse 6, hear us, my Lord. You are a mighty prince among us. Bury your dead in the choicest of our burial places. None of us will withhold from you his burial place, that you may bury your dead. Verse 7, then Abraham stood up and bowed himself to the people of the land, the sons of Heth. Verse 8, and he spoke with them, saying, if it is your wish that I bury my dead out of my sight, hear me, and meet with Ephron, the son of Zohar, for me. So, remember, Abraham did not have a permanent place, right? He and his people lived in tents, and they moved from place to place. So he did not have a permanent spot to bury. They didn't have a permanent spot to bury their dead. Verse 9, he tells them to meet with Ephron, the son of Zohar, that he may give him the cave of Machpelah, which he has, which is at the end of his field. Let him give it to me at the full price as property for a burial place among you. Verse 10. Now Ephron dwelt among the sons of Heth, and Ephron the Hittite answered Abraham in the presence of the sons of Heth, all who entered at the gate of his city, saying, verse 11, no, my Lord, hear me. I give you the field and the cave that is in it. I give it to you in the presence of the sons of my people. I give it to you. Bury your dead. Verse 12, then Abraham bowed himself down before the people of the land. Verse 13, and he spoke to Ephron in the hearing of the people of the land, saying, if you will give it, please hear me. I will give you money for the field. Take it from me, and I will bury my dead there. Verse 14, and Ephron answered Abraham, saying to him, 15, my Lord, listen to me. The land is worth 400 shekels of silver. What is that between you and me? So bury your dead. Verse 16, and Abraham listened to Ephron, and Abraham weighed out the silver for Ephron, which he had named in the hearing of the sons of Heth, 400 shekels of silver, currency of the merchants. So Abraham wanted to buy the field outright, even though it was generously offered to him. He wasn't living as a pilgrim just because he wanted to. He was living out his faith in God, and God had told him wherever he walked, that land would be given to him and his descendants, right? So it wasn't that he was a wanderer. He was living out his faith in God. He had money, he had servants, he had cattle, he had everything, right? But he did not have a place to bury his dead. So verse 17, so the field of Ephron, which was in Machpelah, which was before Mamre, the field and the cave which was in it, and all the trees that were in the field, which were within all the surrounding borders, were deeded, verse 18, to Abraham as a possession in the presence of the sons of Heth, before all who went in at the gate of this city. Verse 19, and after this, Abraham buried Sarah, his wife, in the cave of the field of Machpelah, before Mamre, that is Hebron, in the land of Canaan. Verse 20, so the field and the cave that is in it were deeded to Abraham by the sons of Heth as a property for a burial place. So this is the first place where we see kind of a recognition for the dead, as in, having a final resting place for the body. And so, chapter 23, we are noticing that he's interacting with the Hittites now, right? Which is the sons of Canaan. And I find it interesting that even when they offered him the spoils from the war, he did not want it, and he also did not want them to give him their land. He wanted to buy it. So I'm thinking there's something to do with that. Why isn't he willing to accept anything from the Canaanites, or like anything? He's not accepting the spoils from the war. He's not accepting them trying to donate the burial place. And so we may find the answer to that later, but that was my question for chapter 23. So join us next time for chapter 24. God bless.